Captain African American is coming in a month. Everybody can go on Valentine's Day. How romantic.
Ooh.
It's going to be in IMAX 4DX. And thankfully, it was originally reported to be like 2 hours, over 2.5 hours long. Then it was 2 hours and 15 minutes long. Now it is under 2 hours.
Thank God.
It's wild that it's been reshot like 3 times and is now shorter than ever. It actually has huge Joss Whedon Justice League vibes. That's what I get from this entire thing that's gone on.
Many similarities to the Marvels. The Marvels was supposed to be a much longer movie, and they cut it down to as much as they could. So Captain America Brave New World eyes at 86 million to 95 million opening weekend over President's Day weekend. Now, they're only counting, correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, but I did read this article, but, I got a frazzled brain. This is the 3-day weekend. So they're talking about the 3-day weekend when it comes to the 86 to 95 million. It's going to be more of a 110, possibly 120. This is their projections, by the way.
We can scroll down a little bit and see if they specify there.
Yeah, it's likely the 3-day because Box Office Theory has the 4-day at around $109 million.
First 3 days.
$109? That's not good.
Yeah, $109.
$109.
Yeah. Even if it gets 105, whatever. Do you happen to remember offhand what the opening weekend for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was?
Oh my goodness gracious! Not
I think it was somewhere around like 110 million or somewhere around there, right?
It was definitely
106.
Yeah,
there it is. So basically, this is on pace for Quantumania opening numbers. Just to put that in perspective, that is a movie that went on to make about $400 million worldwide.
Oh God, damn.
Now, one of the things this movie does have going for it is there's virtually no real competition over the next couple weeks after its release. So maybe if it is received positively, who fucking knows? But we just have to put these out there that when you look at these numbers, this is not like an animated movie that has $100 million opening weekend and you expect it to hold really fucking well over time. This is a superhero movie, an MCU movie that historically will have somewhere between a 60 to 70% drop off potentially in that second weekend. Yeah. Normally,
Box Office Theory for their opening of based off of like $110 million 4-day opening has the total domestic being a range between 195 and 280 million total domestic. And so if that happens, that you're looking for a total global, probably close to what Quantumania was. The difference is that Quantumania had a $200 million budget, whereas this movie has an insane budget. So we're talking massively catastrophic.
Like projections go up and down, whatever. We know that. We've seen that a million times. But if the projections hold and if it acts like a normal movie that we've seen over the past couple of years for the MCU, you're talking about if everything goes right, $550 million worldwide, maybe $600 million worldwide, which if this movie costs $100 million, then great, you made a bunch of money. If it costs $200 million, well, you didn't even break even. If it costs $350 million plus...
Is that the budget?
Yes.
Yes. You are royally fucked.
No, this has to make $1 billion. And if it does, that's even if it's breaking even, that's a huge victory. It is. I mean... that they're just hoping to recoup some losses at this point.
They're releasing it in the movie graveyard of the first quarter of
February.
The year.
Yes, that is not
like this is not
good.
Confidence. They don't have confidence in this. A Captain America movie not releasing in the summer, like that's just there's no confidence behind this movie at all.
No, but their whole theory is it's their approach is they want to repeat Black Panther's success. By releasing it in Black History Month. And we'll see how the marketing goes with this. Steve Rogers is Captain America. It's a Captain America sequel without Captain America in it. I think if you just made this a Falcon, Brave New World, it would have been fine. It'd have been fine. But now you're giving Sam Wilson Captain America's hand-me-downs. By the way, people go, but they did this in the comics. Yes, they did. And it failed. Every fucking time. It didn't sell a single fucking comic. As a matter of fact, it was canceled, and Steve Rogers always comes back. Always, and guess what? He's coming back in the MCU. Now, he might be Nazi Cap, but he's coming back. This doesn't work. It's been proven. The comics have been the canary in the coal mine forever. And the reason, and like basing it on shit that has failed with your core fan base and putting it in movies is fucking
Captain
insane.
Marvel, Lady Thor. Yeah, it's like,
it's fucking insane. And you had the data. It was there. It's your own company. You should know this. And you're just like, no, we're going to ignore all this. We'll make it better. Okay. And then you have a bunch of you bet a bunch of untalented hacks and nobody's working on it. Then of course it's going to suck. And I don't think that this will be bad as the Marvels because, and I've said it before, Ryan, because like it's got actors you like in it and people who can act. Like I have nothing against Anthony Mackie or Harrison Ford and all his dope smoking. Like I love Harrison Ford. So but it's still like even Marvel internally doesn't like this. Okay. I mean, like that's the funny thing. That'll be like when we see the absolute triumph. It's like, bro, Marvel internally doesn't like this. They've shot down their own versions that they tested internally multiple times. And the best they could come out with was, it's passable. Hope you like it. You know?
But Gary, have you considered that now? Like this should be a world-breaking thing. Captain America is black. Amazing.
Yes.
You know what? If you actually believed in wanting to make a black character prominent, then you make an original character. You put a ton of resources behind it in the comic books. You get your best writer. You get your best artist to come up with their best idea, and you stick with it over a long period of time, not just some superficial bullshit. That will show you that you actually believe in this shit instead of giving somebody the fucking hand-me-downs.
Yep. Have you seen this picture? I'm just sharing it below where Disney, like this is some type of publication that Disney has done. Is like now black people can finally enjoy
Stop this shit.
Is that an official?
Is this official art?
I think this is.
This is not. This is a meme. This cannot be real.
It looks like a children's book.
No, it's like a children's book that they're releasing like, along with it. Yeah.
No, but that is truly awful art.
Oh yeah, because it's kids, we can make it really fucking dumb.
Wow! They even put a space between that little.
I'm like, I'm just like, what were they thinking? What are they trying to say by this? It's like, hang on, are they actually wanting to say that you will appreciate characters more if they look like you? Because I don't think that's the path Disney wants to go down. If they really,
dude, it really comes off as a bunch of fucking elites from San Francisco, Palisades, and fucking New York going, hey, black people, I know it's really hard for you to fire up an app or go and vote without an ID or get a license, but we give you this little superhero that we're done with now. Here you go. Here you go. Let's watch the trailer.
Oh, fuck.
What?
You know I've been...
Pause.
No.
Who said, oh, fuck?
I just don't want to watch the trailer.
Oh, sorry.
It's like, was that a breaking news?
I thought you spilled something, and then I remembered you didn't care.
No fan of heroes, but even I can't deny the good that you've done. Work with me, Sam. The country needs Captain America.
There it is. He's Captain America.
Yeah, it really does. Where is he? Where is he?
Unfortunately, we're left with you.
That was the
back
next
in
line.
time to have sex with his girlfriend. Understandable, I guess.
I was highly critical of that, but I mean, it's Haley Atwell.
But Steve Rogers is better than us.
I know. He's
better than us.
He was this all day.
He was he said that when he was motorboating those tits. He's like, I do this all day. While Kennedy's getting assassinated, the Vietnam War started, 9/11, race riots in the 60s. He's all
Towards lasting peace across this great new world.
Stand by for proof of death.
Go, go, go!
Your inner circle's been compromised. Either you can't see that or you don't want to.
They talk about us.
The country is on the brink of war.
There's a black man in the cast. Can we get the rap in the trailer, please?
Of course.
Thank you. It'll relate.
There's someone behind all
What's
this.
this actor's name again? Because he is appearing so
Giancarlo Esposito.
He's
Esposito. He's great as Giancarlo
as an
Esposito and everything.
Well, he wasn't in the original shot.
No,
He was not in the original shot movie. So he's the actor you bring in when you're like, oh shit, our movie sucks ass and we need somebody that's like interesting on screen. Get this guy.
I'm getting tired of him. He plays a great accountant, but they're constantly trying to force him in these hard-ass roles that he just does not suit.
He was great in Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the discount Darth Vader he played in The Mandalorian was just such a flat, wet rag. He doesn't convey intimidation or gravitas.
It's the same as like in a lot of prisons, you have the little weedy guy, but he's got the big bodyguards, but you're scared of him because he's like, how on earth did he have control of these people? That's what he's good at. He is the boss that gets other people to do his work.
Yeah,
but when he's like holding the gun, I'm just like, it doesn't suit him.
He's Gussing everything, and it's like he was Gussing the gentleman, and it was fucking great. But he's just Gus.
Remember when Gus fucking came down to the fucking meth lab, silent as fucking can be, didn't say a goddamn word. Walter's just freaking the fuck out, bargaining line, doing everything he can, and he slits his fucking employee's throat and just fucking silently fucking cleans up, doesn't say a word, walks back away. God,
so good.
That was so good.
Someone behind all this. Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not.
Nope.
Middle line.
Now I'm Power Ranger, Iron Man, Vibranium, Falcon, Captain America.
It's such a mixed bag.
With an Ant-Man helmet on. You know?
Yeah, what is that helmet?
Yeah.
Well, I'm so confused about, like, because he doesn't have the serum, right? So he's just a bloke. So it makes sense that he's struggling under the weight of two people pushing on him. But then at the same time, he can lob his shield an infinite amount, bounce it off missiles, and
and get hit by a Hulk.
A Hulk.
And not die.
Have it make sense.
Does he have his suit on when he's struggling against that weight? Because the whole thing is he now has a suit that's entirely made of fucking vibranium,
which can absorb energy. It absorbs.
Yeah, exactly.
But does it make him stronger?
Principle behind this.
It wouldn't necessarily. It would make him impervious, but he wouldn't be stronger. No, unless there's some kind of apparatus in there, like the Iron Man suit, that would make him stronger.
Yeah, it's like the scene at the start where he's bouncing the shield off the missiles. That would take an incredible amount of strength.
Remember, we saw a training montage where he practiced in the woods to throw the shield.
That was also stupid.
What else do you want?
Yeah, it's a montage.
I'd like it if he actually did take the super soldier serum, and there's multiple versions of it around now where they could easily write it in, and I would be able to accept him fighting at that level much easier than is just a human.
Well, and that's part of it, though. That's part of the whole, like, we're going to make him a black Captain America. He doesn't need the super serum.
Right. It's better than us.
Already jump higher, bigots.
I mean, it's true. But wouldn't that be an interesting part of the story where he takes some version of the serum and it's got side effects, which gives him a little bit of a weakness? I think that would actually work, but no.
But he's got a bigger penis.
Like, it makes his penis shrink.
That
the size of a normal man.
But
after 4 hours.
Now he's Captain America.
What if whatever serum you take is going to be like the side effects are going to be based on your fucking personality or your morality, some bullshit like that, right? And so then he and fucking President Ross take it. President Ross, fucking, we see what happens to him. And he, because he's so virtuous or whatever, because he embodies the spirit of Captain America, he can fucking contain that. I don't fucking know.
A lot of the DNA...
There's actually a line you could go with that, because in their first Captain America film, they actually explain the super soldier serum, that it enhances whatever is in. Good becomes better. And there's great story that you could work with that. What if he did have like a bit of an anger issue that he kept, kind of under the radar, right? But in taking the serum, now he has a really difficult time trying to control his anger. And there's just good opportunity you could work with that.
Yeah, well, especially going against the Hulk, because you're essentially mirroring the villain, the hero.
And they absolutely could have done that. A lot of the DNA of the MCU comes from the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Ultimate Avengers, particularly Mark Millar out there. And they drifted away from that, and then they went into all new, all different, and that's where we are here.
You're right. I'm not.
Oh, it's
who is that?
It's El Falcon. It's Joaquin Torres.
It's his hype man.
It's the new Falcon in the lamest fucking uniform you could possibly think of. Even from the comics, it's terrible. Here they're reminding us again that it's Captain America. Mm-hmm. It's one symbol that you can pat. Anybody can be Captain America. No, fuck no. It's Steve Rogers is Captain America.
It's a mantle.
It's a mantle.
Everything's a mantle these days.
Talk about us. Captain America.
Remember, he's Captain America.
Caught without his wings. Captain America, Brave New World. Make sure the suit's ready.
Tell me I don't make your old gear look brand new.
Who's saying that?
Everybody. Everybody is saying that.
In theaters everywhere.
Have they made Falcon a white guy now?
No, that's Joaquin
He's
Torres.
Latino.
I'm
Latinx.
sorry,
Racist.
He looks
So
he
they-
looks kind of pale. What is
Yeah.
Are you
They
saying
brought
he's
it-
white passing?
There's a spectrum. You know where Spain is?
Obviously, people that know the comics are going to understand like who Red Hulk is and all this shit. I feel like it would have been way better if they hadn't revealed that in all the promotional material that it was, President Ross. You know what I mean?
That was a secret throughout the comics for a lot. Who is the Red Hulk? That was the big mystery of the comics. But they had to do that because Anthony Mackie is not a big enough star to carry a film, and they know that, so that we need somebody big. Hey, and you brought this up. Everybody's brought this up. Ryan's brought this up before. Totally no problem recasting General Ross. Like, didn't bat a fucking eye. But you can't.
His body wasn't even fucking cold yet when they announced
William
that
Hurt,
Harrison Ford was going to take over. Yet, Wakanda forever. Oh, we need a funeral. We need all this shit. We need to use the death of Chadwick Boseman to line our pockets.
Yeah, fast track it to his sister.
To the fans' credits, there was a huge push to recast T'Challa, like a huge push, and all for it. It's a little late now. I don't know how to fuck because we have the kid set up, but all you have to say is
it's a multiverse, Gary.
it's a multiverse, or they could pull out some like he was dead at the bottom of the like they did the funeral, right? And he's like he wasn't really dead, and he comes back to life. And
Namor actually swam down there and fucking revived him and hit him in some fucking pod to use him later or something. Listen. I thought that
it's Namor.
If you just let Michael B. Jordan do it, and you didn't fucking explain anything, you didn't fucking come out and try to have some whatever, you just start the next movie, and Michael B. Jordan is the Black Panther acting as T'Challa with his accent and all that stuff, I feel like people would have actually embraced it.
They would have. It was
It
dumb.
happens in series
and it was
all the time.
It was
like
exploitive.
Spartacus.
Yes.
They just swapped it over in between series. Everyone understands. And it's like, it is difficult to get used to a new guy in the part, but as long as he's decent, nobody really cares. Everyone understands the problem.
Oh, yeah. So had a good question. Did they consider Bucky at all for the role?
He's white.
Bucky should have gotten the role based on the Brubaker run, which is excellent. Everybody should read it.
And based on the MCU.
Based on the MCU, they were
perfect lineup.
They were foreshadowing him becoming Captain America all over the place. By the way, I forgot to mention this. Winter Soldier, which was the second Captain America movie, which came out in 2014, their 3-day weekend was $95 million in 2014. But that's because Captain America was in his movie. That I'm guessing, and obviously with inflation, Odin, and you're not wrong about this, that's a lot more. So this isn't going to do better than the previous two sequels. They know it. And that's why they're heading towards Secret Wars, which is going to be a soft reboot of the MCU. That's the whole plan right now. And they're eventually going to have to recast Captain America as Steve Rogers. They're going to have to recast Tony Stark. They're going to have to recast Thor. They're going to have to recast all their big hitters. And they should have just planned to do this. And that's what's mind-boggling is there's so many people who make a lot of fucking money who don't make plans past the next quarter, especially when you're like dealing with art and stuff, and a lot of people and a lot of changes are going to happen, and you can't meet these release dates, and that's why there's a bunch of non-finished scripts. And what's really frustrating to comic fans is you have a fucking roadmap. You already have your storyboards already made. That's all you have to do is go back to the really good shit and copy it. That's all anybody's ever asked. And you can't do it. It's like, no, we have a better idea.
I know, like
let's make it a black
and
lesbian.
arrogance. They think that they can do better than these hugely successful and beloved stories. It's like, oh, we need to put our own stamp on it. In fact, we're going to improve it. We're going to make it for a modern audience, because when we look back, those things are just problematic, and it's like massive arrogance on their behalf.
Yep.
And now they got what they deserve.
It's just how they don't do the obvious thing with casting. Like, if somebody made like $1 billion movie, I'd just be like, right, all of you staying, you're doing the next one. And you just pay them whatever they want to do the next one, rather than having to go, no, we need a different director, having different script writers. Like, that you've put an entirely new set of risk on an old project, rather than just lowering the risk as low as possible and carrying on. So you can pay them more because it's more likely to be good than just essentially starting from scratch every single movie and just relying on the IP to carry it.
And that's what they got lazy. They started turning it into a conveyor belt. They put out too much stuff. I mean, we've been saying this forever. You know, Marvel none of these movies feel special anymore. And they really burnt out the superhero call it a genre. I mean, with Marvel, it's a genre because damn near everything's the fucking same Marvel humor now, but there's supposed to be different genres within superhero, whatever. And they've spammed out shit for the last 3 years, and that's gonna do damage. Same with DC. They spammed out a bunch of fucking shit last year because they had to, and that does damage.
5 years, man. 5 years. The last 5 years have all been shit.
Yeah.
It's a long time to have shit.
It's like when you said their plan for this year is to kind of things they're confident in, trash. Things it's like, no, I would like try and get up some kind of momentum rather than every other project being crap so that nobody trusts you for anything.
Get a couple of wins under your belt, you know, and instead you're starting the year with a Captain America sequel without Captain America. Then we do Daredevil and it's like, oh, we're bringing it back home. Okay, cool. That's good. Then it's Thunderbolts and it's like, it's a bunch of what? And then it's Ironheart, you know, and then it's Ironheart and Wonder Man, who doesn't look like Wonder Man from the comics, and nobody knows who fucking Wonder Man is anyway, so whatever. And it's a couple of years until you get to Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, where you're going to throw every fucking cameo. You're still going to have this if people are sick of the multiverse now, how sick are they going to be of it in 2027?
So dumb.
Because the thing is, by alternating between good and bad stuff, the best you can hope for is to stay where you are. So if you're at the peak of the industry, you might be able to keep that goodwill going long enough by rewarding them going to see it. But if you're already crap, people have no patience for this. The moment they go along and see something awful, they'll be like, I'm never trusting you again. I'm done. I'm out. I'll go and watch something on Netflix instead.
There's always an exception to everything, but like this one's going to be, I think the biggest question mark is Fantastic Four. That's the absolute biggest question mark this year.
The most important thing that they're releasing this year.
Yep.
Because that is the one that is going to Thunderbolts, whatever. Black Captain America, whatever. Fantastic Four is the first step, no pun intended, in whatever direction that they're going in for the future and for the next couple of years. And it's going to be the maybe little tiny introduction of Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom. He's not going to be a major part of it or anything, but I think we're going to get a glimpse of him in there. Like, that is the most important thing that they released this year, period.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.